What's up, folks? Maximilian here. Welcome back to some more Black Ops 2 with Maximilian. Been some interesting few things over the past few days related to this game that have happened news-wise. So, as far as personal progress, I'm getting to around level 40, maybe 42 or 43 of my 4th Prestige. Working along there, been dealing with some of those frustrating evenings where you run into teams that just don't want to win. Similar things that I was making videos about before. But the bigger bit of news that has happened as of late was the fact that there's been a lot of talks of adjustment patches and things that are going to be happening to Black Ops 2 over the next few weeks when the game starts eventually getting some of the bigger changes that are going to be coming from Treyarch. The first patch notes, or the first patch that came out for the game, was extremely minor. They patched a couple of very weird things, like the stingers not actually leveling up and things of that nature. But for the most part, one of the most interesting things that was said during these potential patch notes that can be happening a bit later was the fact that David Vonderhaar was talking about how UAVs are going to be changing in the next iteration. So the difference is going to be is that UAVs now cost, I think, 350 points to acquire. They're going to up the amount of points it takes to get a UAV, most likely to 400, I would imagine. So, this is an interesting change. The reason being is because so many people were complaining about UAV spam, which I find kind of funny because it's not as much an issue anymore. The only reason UAV spam is always really apparent in the first week or two when a Black Ops or when a Call of Duty game is out is because nobody has anything else. Like, for the first 20 levels or so, everybody runs UAV. For the most part now, UAVs don't exactly seem to be that much of an issue anymore. Having UAVs up in the sky all the time is not that big of a problem, especially if you run something like Stingers. And for me, it's kind of like a completely moot issue. I don't understand exactly why they would tackle something like this, especially based off fan feedback from the first few days of playing. I don't really think it's that much of an issue, and I really wish that they would tackle something else. The other thing that Vonderhaar was talking about recently on a live stream was the fact that they're going to nerf SMGs. This isn't official concrete information at all, but I would not be surprised. Although I see SMGs potentially getting a nerf as being odd. I don't know if SMGs just definitely deserve a nerf. I think assault rifles just deserve a little bit of a buff. It seems like SMGs kind of fit very well, in my opinion. They're no longer like SMGs of the original Black Ops. Like, for the most part, there's a lot of SMGs in the Black Ops 1, but many of them aren't that great and settle with 2 or 3, and that's about it. In Black Ops 2, almost all the SMGs are relatively decent. All of them serve a unique role, and all of them are pretty damn good, but the better ones of the few are definitely like the PDW and the MSMC and the MP7. All of them seem really good, and it seems like they're just better than what assault rifles do. They give you similar damage from range, even though it takes like one more bullet from range for a lot of the submachine guns. You get a boosted, speed increase. You get better chances to kill guys up close, and it just seems like they're just way better than assault rifles. Assault rifles do kind of need a buff. I kind of like what they did with assault rifles in Modern Warfare 3, giving them that necessary accuracy and damage boost from a distance. Although many of the assault rifles in Black Ops 2, unless we're talking about like the the SMR or the FAL with those, rapid fire, or I'm sorry, not rapid fire, but the select fire changes, then most part, a lot of them still take quite a few shots to kill guys from distance. Although if you can do certain things like adding select fire to certain assault rifles really changes the properties of them sometimes, and that's where a lot of the discovery needs to go. But nonetheless, I don't know if nerfing SMGs might exactly be the best way to go about things. I think assault rifles just kind of need to get a little bit better. Let me know what you guys think about this below. If you think, I think SMGs kind of sit fairly well in Black Ops 2. They're not nearly as crazy potent as they were from like Modern Warfare 3. They're pretty good. They take a lot of bullets from distance for the most part, and they act fairly powerful up close. What I would like to see is Treyarch fully addressing the fact that there's horrendous lag issues with Black Ops 2. That's one of the craziest things that over time, and people, like hundreds of people, and if not thousands of YouTubers, and all these people that play this game regularly have been having issues with, which is considerably the lag, compensation, the connection between players, whatever you want to call it. And they tell Vonderhaar this, or they tell the Treyarch guys this, and they don't really acknowledge the fact that there is lag issues in Black Ops 2, which is absolutely mind-blowing, that after so many Call of Duties, and after the wake of Modern Warfare 3's huge, ridiculous problems during the first, like, 3 months of the game being out, being almost, not unplayable, but not really enjoyable because of the lag issues, and it's the exact same thing for Black Ops 2. And what I find funny about this is Black Ops 2 was like the most pre-ordered Call of Duty ever. It was looking just to set sales records, and it did, like in the first day sales records. However, word of mouth is a very powerful thing. And within the first few weeks now, people have gotten their hands on the game. They tell their friends about it, and I would imagine many of the impressions of Black Ops 2 multiplayer are not great because of things like the lag issues. And because of this word of mouth spreading around, Black Ops 2 is performing, like, sales-wise, 20% less than Modern Warfare 3 did of years prior. So hopefully something like this happening where, yo, you guys aren't making as much money anymore because you're pissing people off by having the game be in a real bad state when you launch, might actually make things better down the line. If it takes something to set an example for future games in the series, then so be it. It's necessary at this point, because I think it's going to take once again about 3 months for us to get Black Ops 2 in a state of which that the majority of the games are playable. So, I mean, even if you go under all the different things you have to do to make your connection great, you know, set your connection to best, go and open up all the unique ports for Black Ops 2 in your router. I've done it all. It seems like it works amazing wonders when you first do it, but for some reason it just stops working later. It's not consistent. It doesn't keep that wonderful connection that you think might be good. And then all of a sudden, you die in what seems like a heartbeat after you get the first shot on a guy. So, this isn't just me that has this issue, guys. I mean, everybody on YouTube has made significant videos about this, and there's huge video petitions with, like, you know, hundreds of thousands of views of people just completely agreeing. And I think that's a big reason why Black Ops 2 is not performing as well. You have this game that everyone wants to play for the multiplayer, and a lot of people have been playing for the multiplayer and clamoring for it, and they now have the perspective of previous games since they understand what this lag thing is. And when you lose to it all the time, it's really bad, and it's not going to make people want to tell people to go buy the game. What's interestingly enough is that this lag stuff also still happens on the PC, and that has dedicated servers and everything like that. So it's not just the consoles. It's not just the fact that our version is based on a host. It's the fact that there is something wrong in the netcode for the recent Call of Duty games. There is something severely wrong, because nothing personally changed of my own between my connection from when I was playing Call of Duty 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, and then all of a sudden things start going really bad when Black Ops comes out, start going even worse when Modern Warfare 3 comes out, and now it's at a pinnacle of crap launchitude when Black Ops 2 has been released. So let me know your guys' opinions. Let me know what you think about them nerfing SMGs. Let me know what you think about kill streaks potentially getting a nerf, especially the UAV. And do you think that kill streaks, or score streaks, I'm sorry, are sitting kind of in this wonderful little blanket of a little more difficult to get, but at the same time you have to be more proactive? Or do you think things just should go back to kill streaks in the next Call of Duty? Let me know your comments below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. My name is Maximilian, and I'll see you next time.